some selenite. And I think my buyer is headed down to a show in Mexico, so he should be able to find some pretty nice pieces. Oh, hello, welcome in. Yes, this is the Crystal Corner. My name is T. How can I help you today? Oh, well, hey, I won't hold it against you. We always have a lot of first-time crystal enthusiasts coming to the store, so you are more than welcome here. No, absolutely. And I'm assuming you have a relatively limited knowledge of crystals at this point. Yeah, of course. Well, regardless of if you're looking for decorative pieces for your home or something with a little more metaphysical intention behind it, we've got you covered. We've got over 100 different crystals in the store here, different types, varieties. We've got some raw gems, and we've got some polished, tumbled pieces as well, the whole 9 yards. So whatever you're looking for, large or smaller, we've got you covered. Yeah, of course. Well, let me hear a little bit from you about what you're looking for in crystals. Okay. Yeah, so kind of a smaller space. Okay. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah, well, I always say, even a small piece can, elevate a space. We have some larger pieces that, of course, I'm happy to show you, but definitely we can lean to the, more moderate side as well, especially as you first start out. I've definitely, in my own home, I have a few larger pieces, but that was after, years of researching crystals, getting involved, having some smaller pieces in my home, so I totally understand that. And yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat with you. I do find it fascinating to learn about some of the metaphysical properties as well associated with the different crystals. So I'd be more than happy to kind of walk through you with that. Yeah. So I pull ideas for crystals from this book that we sell copies here, and I'd be more than happy to sell you one. It's the Beginner's Guide to Crystals. We kind of use it like a catalog to order crystals for our shop, just because it keeps us grounded in, the typical inclusions people are looking for. Now, of course, if you're looking for something very rare, unique, exclusive, we have connections that we could totally help you out with. But, anything, a young novice is looking for, just getting introduced to crystals, we should have in stock, and there should be some information in this book. Yeah, of course. I can definitely look around and give you some ideas. Yeah. So, of course, I think everyone's first crystal is, more commonly than not, a piece of clear quartz. Clear quartz really is the bread and butter of crystals. It's a, colorless, typically colorless stone, although there are different variants of quartz that we can talk about. But it's a very grounding stone. You can do a lot with it if you're looking for metaphysical properties, and it also is just like an iconic stone that everyone is familiar with. You can take a look right here in the book. We have a picture there. And so it's clear. There is some associations between crystals and different chakras, if you're at all knowledgeable in that. And so the clear quartz is related to the higher crown and crown chakras, and it's commonly found in Brazil, France, Spain, the United States. So there's plenty of different places, even in our own backyard, where we source quartz from. And so just to give you a little bit of the metaphysical behind it, clear quartz can do it all. It's It's a great starter crystal because it is incredibly versatile and has wide-ranging benefits. This translucent mineral is full of light, transmuting negative energy and bathing you and its surroundings in positive energy. It is detoxifying both physically and emotionally, and has the ability to clear any energy blockages and bring the body and mind to a balanced state. So it gives some suggestions for what to do with your clear quartz. You can keep a clear quartz cluster in your meditation space if you meditate for a powerful boost to your practice. You can use it in the home, anywhere, just to harmonize and energize the environment. Like it said, it's almost like if you think about an air purifier for the smell in your home. Clear quartz almost acts like a purifier for the energies in your home. And it boosts clear thinking and positive outlook. So it's also a great piece to have in your office if you have an office job or wherever it is that you work. You put it on your desk. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I have one inclusion right in front of me here that I think would be great, especially for you as a just kind of getting introduced into the world of crystals. It's a pretty small piece, so we can take a look right here. So here's the piece. Yeah. It's kind of a dual cluster, so you see we have a smaller piece over here and then a larger piece over here. Yeah. It's like I said, you can put it in your pocket. That's one of the nice things about getting crystals on the smaller side, because you can definitely leave this out, and it's a great conversation piece and very pretty just from afar. But then you can also move it around to different places. Like I said, it's a great crystal for workspaces, your desk. So not only is it a paperweight of sorts, but it also does have some benefits to the energy in your workspace. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can set this aside for you. Awesome. Yeah, let me take a look in our book and see if I can find something that matches what you're looking for. So you definitely want something that's a darker stone. I understand, yeah. Let's see. Well, one of my personal favorites that's a darker stone is obsidian. And so we have quite a few pieces here in the showroom today. You can take a look at that. Yeah, so obsidian, of course, is a black stone traditionally, although there are many different occasions when there's some different inclusions in there, so I'll show you an example here in a bit. But obsidian is a truth teller. It will expose your deepest being, release the past, and usher you toward a positive state of being. This stone can expose trauma and illuminate any falsehoods, supporting you in facing dark or challenging issues, while reminding you of the light on the other side. Obsidian is a great protector and can be powerful at clearing negative energies from a space. It will cut through mental chatter and indecision and ground you with strength and self-control. So this is a great stone that I recommend people leave on their nightstand to kind of help them ease their thoughts at night. I have a couple pieces on my nightstand, and so I couldn't recommend it more. So definitely, if you're looking for a darker stone, if that matches the kind of aesthetic in your room, that'd be a great stone. Would you like to see some pieces? Yeah, of course. So the largest piece that I have with me today is actually back here, and it is the mahogany obsidian tower that we have. And so, as you can kind of see, it is not only black, but it also includes this kind of maroon, brownish, reddish inclusion from typically, so for context about obsidian, it's a volcanic glass. So it forms when the lava from a volcanic activity of any kind cools too fast, if that makes sense. Um, I'm not a geologist, but you pick up these things in this business. And so the obsidian cools into basically a glass. That's what obsidian is. It's a volcanic glass. But in this case, it has some iron oxide, magnesium oxide inclusions, which results in that brownish color. So this is a really great option for, having a darker, especially more earthy toned stone. But if you're looking for more traditional obsidian, I have a few options as well. So typically we have these kind of worry stones in different crystal types. It's designed with this, it's a flatter stone, it's polished and tumbled, but you can see it has this kind of ridge in here. And so the purpose of this is that you can kind of hold it almost like this, and kind of it's almost like a fidget device, yeah. But if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, a lot of mental chatter, like you mentioned, holding the stone and kind of just feeling the ridge with your hands, and just feeling the texture can help you connect with the stone and feel grounded. But it still is this magnificent, deep, black color. So it still makes a great addition for decorative purposes as well. If you're looking for some other obsidian pieces, this is a larger sort of palm stone, so it's about the size of a palm. But as you can see, it also has the darker color, but you can see some of those inclusions in there, in that one. So if you compare it to the other stone, you can see that the touchstone is a little deeper black, pure black. This one has a bit more of inclusions inside, so there's a bit of a grayness almost in there, which is really cool. And of course, all up to just your personal preference. Yeah. And then we also have kind of a more of a mini pyramid shape in that similar obsidian with a bit more of an inclusion to it. A bit more of those oxides in there. Yeah. The mahogany, yes. I have quite a few mahogany obsidian pieces at home, so I totally understand. It really is beautiful, and it's a piece that really stands out because there are a lot of folks that do collect obsidian and have obsidian pieces, and they do tend to gravitate towards the pure, jet black pieces because they are so eye-catching and gorgeous. But people sometimes forget that this is an option too, so it's really amazing. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so what I would recommend, just to get you a little more caught up to speed with your crystal collecting, are two pieces that I have some smaller items with me here today. First being amethyst. And so I have this cluster of amethyst here. It's actually quite impressive. So, amethyst grows on a matrix. So there's a piece of actual rock that this grows on. But this is actually a quite small piece of rock compared to just the larger amount of crystal that's like budding off of this matrix. So it's really amazing. Amethyst is really great for honing your, psychic abilities, if that makes sense. Kind of leaning into your intuition. So if you're a person like me who, likes to trust their gut and, feel things out, and if you're stuck between two options and you really need to almost envision where they can take you, amethyst is a great piece for just helping you find more clarity in that. I often have folks tell me that they put a piece of amethyst under their pillow to help them sleep and derive almost like visions and messages from their dreams. So it's really cool. And this is a very pretty piece, so it does work definitely as, a decorative piece. Put it in a windowsill, on a desk. It's really amazing, and it's this beautiful purple color. Yeah, it's quite impressive. can put that to the side. And another one that I would recommend, and you're fortunate enough to be here when I've got a piece left, but I am about to put in an order for some more. This is rose quartz. Now, rose quartz traditionally holds some, connotations to love and romance, due to, rose and the fact that it's pink. So it associates itself with a lot of symbols of love off the bat. But I always encourage people to broaden their scope as to what rose quartz can mean for them. So, when we think about love and we think about romance, we're really thinking about passions and things that hold meaning to us, right? So there's certain things that I think we can agree objectively hold some value. So, mental clarity, monetary, material things, monies, and things like that. But when it comes to things that we're passionate about, those are very subjective to the individual. And one of those things you can be passionate about, of course, is love. So by all means, finding the courage to talk to that special someone definitely can be emboldened by having this stone in a space. But I also tell people, lean into a rose quartz when you need that extra drive. If you're pursuing a career that you're really passionate about, but it's a struggle, lean into your rose quartz. So I think of maybe doctors, right? Tremendous work to pursue becoming a doctor, and it's many hours, lots of stress, and obviously there's a component of passion there, because not anyone is going to put themselves through all that just for that job. There are other jobs, right, that while yes, doctors do get paid a lot of money, there's other jobs that pay a lot of money too. Why specifically doctor? Of course, it's a passion. And so that can be said for a lot of different professions, and even outside of careers, just like hobbies or special interests. And so anything that you're passionate about, I think you can find more drive and more clarity in, and more purpose in when you have a rose quartz like this. Yeah, I'll definitely put it to the side for you as well. Yeah, so I definitely think another stone that would be really good for you in that case, let me find it in our book, is carnelian. And so this is an orange reddish stone, commonly found in Brazil, Germany, and India. You can see an example right here. And so carnelian is an energizing stone. So I think you mentioned just wanting something that will help you overall feel a little more energetic, less groggy. Carnelian will definitely get the trick. It's a vibrant motivator. It squashes doubts in order to pave a confident path forward. It's known as the singer stone because it's said to make the user's voice clear and powerful. So if you're a performer, carnelian will alleviate stage fright and help you come into your own on stage. Like I said, it really just elevates the energy. It helps you feel excited about the things in life that you're pursuing or even just experiencing. There are some things in life that we're not choosing to experience, but we're going through them. And it just helps you boost the energy to take on those things, even if they are traditionally challenging. Carnelian is associated with increased blood circulation and can alleviate symptoms associated with premenstrual syndrome and menopause. So, this is a stone that can be with you for life and has, it evolves with its meaning with time and really grows with you as a person. So, by all means, I do have one piece with me here. Let's see. So this is our carnelian flame. So it's kind of carved into this flame shape, just to kind of match the reddish orange color that it naturally occurs in. But as you see, it really is quite beautiful. And it has some different inclusions in there as well. Yeah, absolutely. And the last thing I will say is that looking at crystals and trying to find the crystals that are right for you really is a journey. I think it's great to diversify your portfolio when it comes to crystals. So, you know, try to get a crystal of every color of the rainbow. You know, even if it doesn't have an aesthetic purpose in your room, or even if it's not serving some sort of metaphysical properties value to you, it can be very helpful for you to discover what crystals speak to you more or less, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, some of my favorites we have here. This is a piece of amethyst, a larger piece. So as you can see, the matrix that it's on, but this was a piece I got in the mountains of North Carolina at a show, and it really is just quite a beautiful geode, because I mean, just look at it. It's almost like a satellite dish, right? I really love this piece. It's amazing. This is a really beautiful tower. It's a moss agate tower. It's really something quite special, and quite just impressive to look at. So I don't really collect much moss agates, but this is just such an impressive piece that it really, is one I love. And then I think this might be my all-time favorite piece. This is a piece of fire quartz or red quartz, or there's all sorts of different names for this. Essentially, it is a clear quartz similar to the piece we had put aside for you, but there's more, I believe it's iron oxides as well, that are in this piece that give it the same kind of reddish brown color, just like the mahogany obsidian. Yeah, so this really stands out to me. I do love like a reddish color, so I love carnelian, and I love this piece because it really is just so impressive. Yeah, thank you. So let's do a quick run through of everything that you're purchasing today. So we've got the mahogany obsidian. Amazing. All right, got that put in the computer. All right, then we've got your clear quartz. We get that in the computer too. Awesome. Your amethyst. And your rose quartz. And then we've got your carnelian. Let me put the carnelian and the rose quartz in the computer. And am I forgetting anything else? I think that's it. I do want to include a freebie for your first purchase with us. This is a selenite wand. And so something that is really important is just in the same way that you would change, an air filter in your house, or something that you're using to, like a wash rag that you're using to clean things with, you want to take care of your crystals and make sure that they're staying cleansed. And so this is a crystal that many believe can cleanse other crystals. And so one thing that you might just want to do from time to time is let your crystals sit on this wand just to recharge, essentially, or almost like get a cleaning of their own, right? So I'm gonna include that with your purchase today. Yeah, of course. No problem. And with that being said, thank you so much for coming into the Crystal Corner today. And if I can help you ever again, please come back. we've got new shipments coming in every week. And so I'm sure we'll have something new and exciting the next time you stop in. Yeah, of course. Alright, well, you take care. Bye-bye.